Hi, here we're going to talk about the bar graph in this lesson. Remember when we was in primary 1 and in the first term, we learned about bar graphs. It's collecting a random data to organize it in a table. That's how we use the bar graphs when we make a random data in a table to find how to answer the questions about it. Remember the bar graph was from title and it have vertical axis that tell us the number, horizontal axis that tell us the titles or the name, and of course the scale that was in the vertical axis. The scale was the counting by for the data. Remember, we used to have a scale to count by 2, or skip counting by 5, or a scale that skip counting by 10. So the scale could be in numbers that it's not skip counting 1, 2, 3 and so on, or it could be skip counting by 2 or 5 or 10. So this is how it looks like. This is how the bar graph looks like. It could be jumping by 2 here or 5 or 10. And the bars look like this. The number of the bar is written at the top of the bar, and I look at my bar graph after I collect the data and I answer the questions about the data that I want to. Every bar graph must have a title. Look here in our graph, its title is my favorite fruit. So I will color the bars to collect the data on the bars. But before we start, we have to look at our scale. This is skip counting by 2, so every bar represents 2. Let's look here. First thing we have here is apples. How many like apples? We have here 14 children like apples. So I will color here 14 bars. No, don't forget that this bar is counting by 2. So every one bar is representing 2. So I will color to reach number 14. I will color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars only. The next fruit we have here is bananas. I have 4 friends that like bananas. So I will color to reach number 4. So I will color 1, 2 bars only. Because the scale is by 2, so 1 bar represents 2. Let's see how many like oranges. There's 8 children like oranges. So I will color the bars to reach number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. At the top of the bar is number 8. So I will color to reach number 8. Let's see how many like grapes. I have 10 friends like grapes, so I will color to reach number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. So I colored 5 bars to reach number 10, because every bar here represents 2. Let's see how many like watermelon. There's 16 children like watermelon. So would I color 16 bar? No. I will color only to reach number 16, because this scale is counting by 2. So I will color to reach number 16, and this is my bars. After I made my bar graph, I answer the questions we have here. First question is, which fruit is like the most? As we know, the most means the highest column. The highest column here is for watermelon. The next question is, which fruit is like the least? The least means the smallest column. The smallest column here is for banana. Next question here. How many children like orange, watermelon, and apple all together? All together mean I'm going to add them. As we learned it before, all together, I want them all to be together, so I will add them. How many like oranges? I have 8. How many like watermelon? I have 16. How many like apple? I have 14. You can use two ways here. You can count the bars, and as you count the number of bars on oranges, watermelon, and apple, will be your answer. Or you can add them all together. So we can count the bars here. I have oranges and apple and watermelon. Let's count the bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. But Miss, you are counting by 1. Yes, and this is keep counting by 2. So every one bar represents 2. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Remember, as we learned in skip counting, after 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. So you can count the bars, or you can add 8 plus 16 plus 14. The next question we have here, how many more children like grapes than bananas? So I have here more than mean I'm going to take away. So it's minus. Grapes minus bananas. So how many like grapes? I have 10. And how many like banana? I have 4. So I will take away 4 from 10. So it's going to be 6. Look here, we have the title is My Favorite Pets. My table here is a pictograph table because I have picture here, not numbers. And I have here my key that tell me that one picture represents how many students. So I use the key to know the numbers of students. I have here one flower equal to students. So I will see how many flowers here to see a number of students. So I have 2. It's like skip counting by 2. So I will count forward by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I have here a half flower that represents one student, so it's going to be 11. So I will color here the bars to reach the number 11. But look at the skill here. This is a skill of counting by 2. So the skill here it doesn't have number 11. But number 11 is between 10 and 12. So after 10 there's 11. So I will color here only half of the bar. Let's see. I will color here the first bar, second bar, then I will reach number 10, and I won't color the whole bar because it's not 12, it's only 11. So I will color half of the bar. Next one here is cats. That's how many students like cats. I know that's one photo take 2 students, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So I will color to reach number 8. I will color 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one here is birds. Was 1, 2, 3, flowers, and one flower represents 2 students, so I will skip by 2. It's 2, 4, 6, and I have a half flower that is represent 1 student, so I will put here 1, 2, 3, and half par. I have here 7, so it's a half par. And the fishes here is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I will color to reach number 10. Next one here is 1 and half. So I have here the 1 is representing 2. So 2 and 1 student. So it's a bar and a half bar, 3 students. Here we have the title of our paragraph is Our Family Siblings. So I will color here my parts. For each one is equal 5 because the scale here is counting by 5. So first one we have here is no brothers or sisters. The number of people is 5. So I will color only one part because the one part is representing 5. And the number of people who have only sisters, they are 20, so I will color to reach number 20, so I will color 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. The number of people who have only brothers, they are 15, so I will color to reach number 15, 1, 2, 3 bars. Here, the number of people who have both brothers and sisters, they are 25, so I will color to reach number 25. I will color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. Remember that the number of the bar is written at the top of the bar. Here I want to compare between the number of people who have both brothers and sisters and a number of people who have no brothers and sisters, and to compare between 2 columns or to compare between 2 items in paragraph, I look at the highest column of them. The higher one represents the bigger number. So both brothers and sisters are greater than no brothers and sisters. So both brothers and sister is bigger than no brothers and sisters. So I put here greater than. The number of people who have only brothers and compare between the number of people who have only sisters. The number of people who have only brothers is smaller than the column of number of people who have only sisters. So I put here less than. And I want to compare between the number of people who have no brothers or sisters and the number of people who have only brothers. So the number of people who have only brothers is higher than the number of people who have no brothers and sisters. So I put here less than. Look at this paragraph. Its title is My Favorite Drink. I have here my paragraph and I don't have the table. So I will get my data from the paragraph. Let's look here. The first question we have here is which drink is like the most? The most mean the highest column. So the highest column here is for hot chocolate. So the highest column here represents the bigger number, so I put here hot chocolate. Which drink is like the least? The least means the smallest column, so I will put here the smallest column is green soda. How many pupils altogether like milk and water? So I will add the people who like milk to the people who like water together. So I will add 25 plus 30. It's equal 55. You can add them using any strategies that you want. Look here, next question is how many pupils like water, juice and green soda all together? All together mean I'm going to add them together. So I add the people who like water plus who like juice plus who like green soda. So I will add them together. I'll find my answer. How many more pupils like hot chocolate than milk? So more than mean I'm going to subtract. I'm going to take away the people who like milk from the people who like chocolate. So who like hot chocolate is 45 and who like milk is 25. So I will take away 25 from 45. It's going to be 20. How many more pupils like juice than green soda? Here it means we're going to subtract and take away the people who like green soda from the people who like juice. The pupils who like juice is 40 and the pupils who like green soda is 15. So I'm going to take away 15 from 40, so it's going to be 25 pupils. Look at this bar graph. Its table is a pictograph table. So I will use the pictures to know the number of students using my key that one picture represents 5 students. So I will count here by 5. So I have here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I color my bars here to reach number 30. I color 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Next one here we have a bus that have here 5, 10, 15. So I will color my bars to reach number 15. 1, 2, 3 bars. Next thing we have here is bicycle, and let's count it by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we color here the bars to reach number 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. How many like trains? There are 5, 10, 15, 20. So we color the bars here to reach number 20. Next one here is plane. So there are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I will color here to reach number 25. The title here is my favorite sport, so I will color that number of children that like sports. First thing we have here is swimming. It's more easy now, and I know that this scale is by 10, so I will color to reach number 60. The next one here is volleyball, so I will color to reach number 50. There's 50 students like volleyball. And there is 70 students like tennis, so I will color to reach number 70. And here at the basketball, there is 40 students like basketball, so I will color to reach number 40. And here there is 30 like hockey, so I will color to reach number 30. Let's answer these questions. The number of children whose favorite sport is tennis, and I want to compare it with the number of children whose favorite sport is hockey. So look at the children who like tennis is greater than, this column is greater than the people who like hockey. So I put here greater than. And the number of children who like volleyball, I want to compare it with the number of children who like to swim. Swimming is look like it's greater than volleyball. Volleyball is less than swimming, so I put here less than. The last one we have here is my favorite vegetables using pictographs. So I will look at my key to know which sandwich represents how many kids. One sandwich represents 10 kids and half of the sandwich represents 5 kids. So I will count here by 10. so it's 10, 20, and here it's 30. No, it's half sandwich, so it's 25. So I will color to reach number 25, but I don't have number 25, but I know that 25 is between 20 and 30, so I will color half of the bar. And how many whose favorite vegetables is tomato? Let's see, 10, 20, 30. So I will color the bars to reach number 30. The number of students that like cucumber, there are 10, 20, 30, 40. So I will color to reach number 40. The number of kids that like potato, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, and this is a half sandwich, so it's 45. So I will color to reach number 45. I don't have here 5 on the bar scale because it's skip counting by 10. So I know that 45 is between 40 and 50, so I will color half of the bar. And look here how many students that like lotus. There are 10, 20, 30, and half sandwich, so it's 5, so it's 35. So I put color here to reach number 35 that I know it's between 30 and 40, so I will color half of the bar. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you.